Hey guys, welcome back to the Wayfinder channel. I am the Wayfinder. So last night I posted a video about how a lot of the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers were giving me this feeling like something major was missing from these. And with it, I posted my theory about Sora being the Master of Masters. Just a quick little thing because I was tired of trying to get the full-on Master of Masters theory going that I was trying to get going. Because I was learning editing and stuff, and there's a lot going on behind the scenes. So I just was like, you know what, I'll throw it out there. And then me and my friend got to talking last night, and we just kept going and going and going. And honestly, I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna make a full video detailing exactly why I believe Sora is the Master of Masters. To the point where now I've only given myself a reasonable amount of doubt just in case I'm wrong. But I'm almost convinced of it. So, let's start with the first thing. The Master of Masters personality. Now, I've seen a lot of videos on how the Master of Masters, Master Masters is Xehanort. But the biggest thing that always stuck out in my mind, I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense because the Master of Masters and Xehanort's personalities are nowhere close to each other. So my friend and I got to thinking. Zemjis really posited this theory to me, and I sat there and I was dumbfounded. I had not considered the possibility that the reason why they introduced time travel was to introduce this entire concept of a future saga where essentially the idea is that Sora may have to face himself, a dark alternate timeline version of himself, where his friends died and stayed dead, causing him to go insane. And so, but the thing about what I was trying to get to about the Master's personality is that it much more closely fits to Sora. This nonchalant, this easygoing individual. He just continues to, he's making jokes, cracking jokes, you know, he's there living in the moment, and his big thing is, may your heart be your guiding key. And he said, it's something I always say, is that your heart should guide you. Xehanort never believed that. He always believed in intellect and reason should be your guide. But who believes that their heart should guide them? Sora. I want to posit to you today the idea that at some point, we literally see Sora have a mental breakdown in one of the trailers. And so having him go to Scala Ed Kylum, defeat Xehanort, gain access to No Name, and access to Scala Ed Kylum. My theory is that he stays at Scala with no friends left to tie him down and just time on his hands, essentially. He decides to just stay, and he gains the access. He has access now to this to generations of Keyblade wielders and their knowledge and their power. And so he finds out about this. He finds out about the secret of time travel. This secret that Xehanort had access to. And of course, being kind of almost completely lost in his own craziness, I would essentially say at that point he's either fallen to darkness or he's so deeply invested in the light that either way, it allows him to, have that power to travel back in time, realizing that he can use his connection with Ventus, who I believe is Gula actually, but that's a theory for another time. He uses his connection to Ventus to try to carry himself back in time and cause the events to transpire. Some of the things that really kind of set apart is a lot of the scenes with his personality, but specifically two scenes that stuck out to me. One is his scene with Ava, and his scene with Ava is so different from everyone else's. He's so gentle and kind with her. He doesn't crack any jokes. He's very serious with her, and he's very straightforward with her. Now, Ava obviously being very, very close in stature and in personality to Kairi, it would make a lot of sense for Sora to put aside his nonchalant self and be straightforward with somebody who very much reminds him of his past. And then his interaction with Luxu. Now, his interaction with Luxu is probably the most interesting aspect of the entirety of back cover. The music itself alone it stood out to me as like the music of a madman. And in all of his interactions with his apprentices, he kept saying, "I'm going to disappear soon. Maybe I won't, but it's possible that I'm going to disappear." No, he knew he was going to disappear because he knew he had to come back forward. But his interaction with Luxu, he's like, he talks about he can't give him the Book of Prophecies because he doesn't want Luxu creating any temporal paradoxes. The very fact that he even brought up temporal paradoxes definitely leads me to believe that he's a time traveler. Well, Wayfinder, why go so far as to say it's Sora? We've never seen Sora time travel, but we've seen Xehanort time travel. Again, doesn't preclude anybody else from not using time travel, though, and specifically somebody who his personality fits much more closely. And since we haven't seen the Master's face, it's entirely possible this is one of those, like, oh, that's just Sora's heart, masked in darkness, just like the cloaked figure from Destiny Islands being Ansem's heart. And it's just his heart. It's that cloaked figure that we saw from Kingdom Hearts 1, and then they explained it in Dream Drop Distance as just being Xehanort's heart. And so it's very possible that that's just an adult Sora's heart. And then again with the interactions with Luxu. So he continues to go on and he talks about how there's something that his goal is to just pass down this Keyblade to his apprentices. That's all he has to do. And he's like, "Oh, Book of Prophecies is here. I'm still here. That means you've done your job." Obviously some sort of temporal paradox. Continuing the loop. But the key here is the box. He also gives Luxu the box. What's in the box? Whatever is in there. I don't have any answers for it. And no theory crafting could ever prepare me for whatever's inside the box. But my theory is that whatever is inside the box is the key to saving his friends. And he has worked on it for a very, very long time. Now, we were told that we won't see the Master of Masters in Kingdom Hearts 3. And I believe that to a certain extent. But I am not entirely certain we won't see him in the secret ending. My guess is that Master Masters is watching all the events fold down, his friends restored. It's Sora, but he was hoping that he would fade from existence as the timeline was reset. But unfortunately, he's still there, and he's still crazy. Leading into a new arc. End of the Dark Seeker, the Xehanort Saga, and the beginning of the Master of Masters, the Dark Sora arc. So that is my theory on the Master of Masters. If you like it, please like, comment, subscribe. I mean, share this video. I just want to get this idea out there. I've seen other people post it on YouTube comments, but like I haven't seen anyone go as in-depth and as in-depth as this. So please, if you like it, let me know. If you have any ideas on who you think the Master of Masters is, definitely leave that in the comments. I'd love to see other people's theories. Like I said last night, I do want to do a what if scenario. What if this didn't happen? What if that didn't happen? So be sure to check those out later. So this is the Wayfinder channel, and I am the Wayfinder. I'll check y'all later. Peace.